As a woman, it is important for you to know your blood type. In India, 5 to 10% women have a negative blood type, such as A negative, B negative, O negative, and AB negative. It's time to know more about your blood type. Consult your doctor today. A public health initiative by Bharat Serums and Vaccines Limited and Mankind Pharma Limited.
Hello and welcome to this special episode of Day Sports. I am Snehashish Mukherjee and I am joined by none other than the RCB Women's batting coach, Sir RX Muralidhar sir. Sir, first of all, welcome to the show and huge congratulations on winning two WPL now with RCB as a batting coach.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the wishes and thanks for having me here.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, sir, what a campaign it has been for RCB, 5 wins in a row, then few hiccups here and there. But again, direct entry to the final, and what a win. Me and Tushadi both were there witnessing a tremendous final. I think this is the best final that has happened in WPL history. Chasing 200 plus in a final is not an easy thing. What a batting. So, what has been your experience so far with RCB? 2 seasons you have been part of victories, and in between that season also happened where things didn't work. So, how has been the experience so far for you?
I must say, I've been very lucky to be part of this particular system. I've been very lucky to be asked part of RCB. So for me, I would like to claim that I manifested being into the RCB team. Well, coming back to the setup, there's a lot of positivity. One is, there's a lot of expectation, and it's one very big franchisee, I must say. There's a lot of expectation. But once you get in outside, there's a lot of expectation. But once you get into the team, it is like any other franchisee where everybody needs to be performing, everybody needs to be, uh, being there at that particular moment to get that performance out of each and every one. So that way, I would like to say the first season for me was the best because it was the first time for RCB. The feeling was phenomenal. I mean, what happened there at that point in time and afterwards also, that was something I once in a lifetime experience for me. And then the second one was so very different. One was, it was the pinnacle, I would say. The second one was not so much so, but then the way we played, the way they were able to execute. See, every team sets a benchmark before the tournament and said, this is how we want to be, this is where we want to reach. All those benchmarks we ticked, and we wanted to not only win the tournament, we wanted to win the tournament. We wanted to boss over in the tournament. And that's what players did. That makes us feel very, very happy.
Yes, absolutely. What a campaign it was. But sir, I just want to know about that final. As a unit, I think it's a huge task. We're going to chase 200 plus in a final against a team. The bowlers of DC Delhi Capitals have done superbly well throughout the tournament. So it was a different challenge also. So what kind of message from you? There was kind of message from you ahead of that chase, or how the approach, and was there any tension after those three quick wickets here and there before that? When Nadim and Rafa Yadav came in, just explain.
So for us, the tone was set in practice. And
Okay.
in practice, the discussion used to be, what are the challenges? Practice is about what? Practice is not about your cover drive, your length ball swing, Yorker. Practice is not about that. Practice is about what are the challenges one might go out and face there, create that environment, and then, okay, once you're playing in that environment, you start looking at what is my option A, option B, option C. So the discussion used to be a lot on this one. So what is the mental preparation one needs to have? Everybody, we all physically prepare well. So what is the mental preparation we need to have when we get into these kind of situations? So we did practice those kind of stuff, and we had practice saying that, okay, chasing big scores. So how are we going to approach chasing 130? How are we going to, what are the choices? What are the, options that we have? So all these things were discussed. And when you actually go out there and then you're faced with these kind of challenges, suddenly everybody is more
Mm.
comfortable saying that, "Ah, actually, we had discussed this one, we had done all these things, let's repeat that." And
Mm.
adaptability is one of the more important key aspects that we kept speaking about. So then that is when we said that's why you see the lot of different batters came out good in different
Yes,
situations
stepping up.
because they were all
Mm.
ready. One of them were not able to do it,
Mm.
the other person stood up and did it. So for us, it was the preparatory stage which was more important, and finals was, and during the tournament, whatever we had prepared, they went out there and executed that. So that helped us do that. And coming to finals, playing DC, I mean, it was very clear, isn't it? One of the two teams that you would play. And we spoke a lot about what they might be thinking. You need to understand
Mm.
also that yes, they have good bowlers. They have to run into bowl to
Mm.
Grace Harris. What would be going on
Mm.
in the bowler's mind? They would be running into bowl to Richa Ghosh. So the amount of
Mm.
pressure a batsman or batswoman in this case is bowler is also, if not same, must be more than that. So can we capitalize on this? Don't always think about the amount of pressure you are in. The amount of pressure bowler is also in.
Mm.
Try and capitalize that. So that these are the thought process that we discussed, and it was quite, or rather, I wouldn't say easy. They were,
Mm.
prepared, mentally prepared to, yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Yes, yes, absolutely. And that question, sir, was there a little bit of tension when those quick wickets fell suddenly?
Oh yes, if I say no, there was no tension, then I would be lying. There was, but again, there was a lot of belief also that
Mm.
the batters who were sitting outside would go out there and do it because we had practiced a lot of 6 ball 10 runs, 6 ball 18, 6 ball 15 runs. We had practiced a lot of that. So that is when how can we? What is the one of the simplest way for our mind to achieve those targets? So okay, can we get two boundaries? What if I get 1 6 and first ball? So these kind of things we had discussed a lot. So mentally they were
Yeah.
little bit more comfortable.
Mm.
You still had to go and do it, but they were little comfortable doing
Yes.
that.
Yes, yes. Yes, absolutely. Beautifully put up that all the preparations were done and that helped them a lot, in pressure situations. Now, sir, I just want to know about the approach of RCB batting lineup. Before the season, a lot of us thought that we might see someone like Smriti Mandhana and Georgia Ball opening because Georgia Ball is generally an opener. She also opens for, Australia and domestic cricket also in Australia. But we saw the different approach from RCB, using Grace Harris, the power hitter at the top. So what kind of thought process behind that, using Grace Harris at the top and Georgia Ball at number three?
A lot of credit should go to Malolan Rangarajan, I must say.
Mm.
A lot of credit should go to Malolan, a lot of credit go to Mr. Rajesh Menon, Smriti Mandhana. So they were the ones who defined the
Mm.
way we play.
Okay.
Okay, so that was defined.
Mm.
And then our recruitment was also based on that.
Okay.
So we were very clear if we were picking X player, why were we picking?
Mm.
Because that should suit the style of our play. And then the recruitment happened that way, and we
Mm.
always wanted you know Grace Harris to open,
Great.
and then when Elise Perry was
Georgia Ball.
not coming, so
Mm.
we needed some strength in number three. So that is where Georgia Wall came in. So hats off to the management for picking this team. And that was because of the way we play slogan, which fitted very well.
Absolutely. And sir, we always talk about the Aussie mindset because we all know how dominant they have been in women's cricket, particularly as a side Australia. So what about, someone like Georgia Wall? Not where amongst the run ahead of the final in 4 innings, she didn't do that much well at number three. But when it mattered most, that mammoth partnership with Smriti and the way she batted, how do you see that innings of Georgia Wall?
So the word you said when they were not doing well.
Mm.
So my question is, how do you determine that she was not doing well?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so it is all
Not in terms of
statistical.
run.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are all statistical reference. When somebody scores runs, then they are doing well. Somebody
Yeah.
doesn't score runs, we all term them as not doing well. So these are statistics for me. So in the net,
Got
she was creaming the ball. In the net, the way she was striking the ball, her preparation was so very good. It is very hard for anybody to, not to acknowledge that. So she was doing very well. It is just that she had to make right decisions at the right time. It just boiled down to decision making. It's all about that. So all of us had that belief. In fact, everybody were in awe the way she was striking the ball in the nets. Were like, wow, something nice is going to happen. So, in fact, that was the story of most of the batsmen. Or rather, I
Mm.
keep going back to batsman. Sorry, it
Yeah.
should be. Let me
Yeah.
make it as batter.
Yeah.
You know,
Better. Yeah.
most of them were striking the ball well. Most of them were moving well. Most of them were making good decisions. So that was one of the things. So that's the reason we said the way we wanted to bat made Georgia Wall bat number three.
Mm. Another thing that I really want to mention, the immense backing of Radha Yadav at number five. I think superb move. No one expected amongst us. The way she won that game, I think it was against Gujarat Giants, if I'm not wrong, that 50, and those crucial boundaries in the final. How do you see that move also? Backing Radha Yadav at number five, because we generally don't see Radha Yadav batting that much, especially in Indian jersey.
Again, it's a team decision. Most of the decisions, or every decision, I would like to say that it's been taken is everybody. We collectively sat, discussed. Okay, we need to had some reference point. It's just not only about your gut feeling. It has to be
Mm.
backed up by some kind of stats, those kind of so every decision we took was based on that. So Radha Yadav also, if you go to see, she plays India. When she played India A, she was batting number 4.
Yeah.
Ability is there. Okay, it is just that one needs to trust her ability and give her that opportunity
Mm.
to grow in that
That.
particular spot. And that is what was decided to help her grow in number 4 spot. And she was ready, you know. So again, goes back to preparation where we discussed about this. She was prepared. And then, in fact, we discussed both the slots.
Mm.
What are the opportunities she might end up getting in a match? So we discussed about that, prepared for those slots, and when she got it, she grabbed it.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay, now I just want to talk about two people who have been immense with the setup. Obviously, Captain Smriti Mandhana will come to talk about her, obviously. But Nadine de Klerk, sir, how good she has been, both with the bat, both with the ball, finishing the game, the first game of the season against Mumbai. I think it was all Mumbai's game, literally speaking. But the way she nailed that game, finished that game off, how good she has been.
Yeah. She has been growing in this particular role. I mean, from past
Mm.
year or so, if you see,
Yeah,
her
since
growth
that
has
Uday World
been
Cup. Mm.
phenomenal. The World Cup, the way
Mm.
she played was phenomenal. That is when we said, okay, we have one special talent. For us,
Mm.
I mean, to give a little bit of insight, it is her mindset, which is so very, very special that even under pressure, she's able to think, she's able to plan, she's able to execute very well and consistently over a long period of time. That has been phenomenal. And she's been practicing also like that. Now, she is very, very clear that she would walk in 16th over, and then she would get
Mm.
10 balls, 12 balls to play. And most of them, when they walk in at that point in time, and it is out of that 12 balls, if you can hit two sixes and one
Mm.
or two here and there, you'll end up scoring 20, 25 in that 12 balls. And that is what she's been preparing for. Again, role clarity was one of the most important thing for her, which, or not only for her, any cricketer for that
Mm.
matter. We were able to give them the role clarity. And over a period of this long tournament, there will be times when it will overlap with so many other things, and then it is the job of the coach to actually revisit that place and then make sure that everything is working.
Yes, yes, absolutely. She has been the X factor of this
Yeah.
successful campaign. Now, last two questions regarding WPL, sir. Smriti Mandhana, the captain, the batter, obviously orange cap winner. So much confidence now. I think for her going to the upcoming series for India as vice captain now. But how good she has been as a captain, because what we see, outside of the campaign or everything outside of the field, that this dressing room looks very very happy, everyone getting bonded, everything is going on so well. How good she has been as a leader and also as a batter, your point of view?
So she has been phenomenal, I must say.
Mm.
Right from the first year when I saw she is, I mean, she's so eye-catchy when she is batting. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Her timing of the ball is something that I haven't seen not many of them had. I mean, she's so aesthetically good when you're sitting and watching her play. It's unbelievable. And the style of play also she plays, and she's also developed over a period of time. She's also become little more aggressive. She's also striking the ball further. She's working very hard. Not many of you know that she bats for 2.5 hours in the nets, and she's constantly working on
Mm.
her game. After scoring 96, she comes back next
Yeah.
day and then again puts in 2.5 hours of batting. And there's always something or the other that she keeps working on. And because she knows, and then for her to understand that this team has got some real good strikers of the ball, batting right hand, left hand in between in women's cricket, having left arm spinners. Most of the team had left arm spinners, and she
Yeah.
batting there would negate the left arm spinner. So that is tactically, strategically, she's very smart and she understands that. So that was the difference of Smriti years, 3 seasons before and Smriti of now. Tactically, she's very aware. She's able to change gears, when to start attacking, when to play the second fiddle. So that way she's grown immensely, and I wish her all the very best. And without all these things, I don't think anybody would have scored 10,000 runs. And she's
Yeah.
got 10,000 runs, international runs. So that way, tactically, she's very good. As a captain, she's able to inspire people.
Mm.
She's able to get people together. She's able to get the teams together. That is making a lot of difference.
Yes, absolutely. And both me and Trishati were there during the whole ODI World Cup campaign. We witnessed the history in Navi Mumbai. But throughout the campaign, we saw that, in every practice session, Smriti Mandhana is very particular about everything about her batting. She
Yeah.
always works hard, putting extra hard work also, putting extra 30 minutes or 45 minutes also. So it is very true that she is very hardworking, and hopefully more big knocks are waiting for us to see. But
Yeah.
last question from WPL, sir. Someone like Gautami Nayak, a young star getting an opportunity to play among stars in RCB, doing that well in that particular game. How has been your view regarding that player or youngster in RCB?
Great character to have, I must say. She is very open-minded. I must say she's worked very hard to be here. She is very open to change and she wants to do well. I think that is one of the biggest character. Most of her, every sportsman wants to do well, but she is willing to break her beliefs, okay, and then work on it and then develop herself. So one of the biggest pluses of hers is her own review. Her review system is so good. You have a good match, she finishes her review and then goes
Yep.
back to zero again. Next day is a new day, new opportunity. She had a
Mm.
bad match. She is able to review, erase everything, come back from zero again. So that is one very special ability, I must say. And then she keeps working very hard on her game again. So that character is the one that is making all the difference in her life. So again, it was very nice to see uh, uh, Gautami Naik perform, Gautami Naik succeed, and I wish her all the very best.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Okay. By the way, now you have already seen Sir as as a RCB batting, women batting coach. But by the way, Sir runs a very successful cricket academy. So and there you get to see so many top star coming in and working with Sir, be it men's cricket, be it from women's cricket. So from that particular point of view, Sir, I just want to know from you what kind of differences that a batter needs to do, be it men or women, when they are going to play overseas conditions from India, like in Australia or in South Africa. Like India women are going to play the next series in Australia and South Africa. So what kind of approaches do you think that a batter should do different from India?
So the first question that you need to ask is the condition. What is the condition
Yeah.
offering? What are the challenges that you're being faced in this particular condition? So
Yeah.
obviously there could be a lot of bounce,
Yeah.
there could be pace, there could be movement. So if there is
Yeah.
bounce and movement, then what are the shots that you can play on this particular wicket? Okay, do you need to be more stable? Do you need to be more mobile? So these are the questions that a batsman need to ask themselves, and then the movement pattern changes accordingly. So this is something, in fact, one of them who was traveling to Australia, they did ask me, so what is
Okay.
that one needs to do? So the question goes back, what are the challenges that has been at your
Mm.
end currently in India? So if you see, there was a different challenge from DY Patil to Vadodara wicket.
Vadodara.
So
Yeah.
that again goes back to the word we keep asking them is adaptability. So what are the challenges? Vadodara, it was more of playing straighter, vertical bat,
Mm.
letting the ball come to you. It was a
Yes,
hard-working wicket,
absolutely.
whereas
But just
DY
as you
Patil, you
mentioned
could
that
go
Vadodara, the difference between
horizontal
Navi
bat,
Mumbai and
vertical
Vadodara
bat, you
wicket,
could go
that
through the
6 day
line.
gap
I mean,
that
you could
happened
walk
before
in
the
straight
final,
away, putting in
did
a lot
that
of
thing
pressure
worry
on
you
the
guys
bowler,
like a little
whereas
bit that
this one
okay,
was
a
not
little
so.
bit
So the same
gap
question
in the
goes
momentum?
back. Australia, what are the challenges that you're facing? We had the and then
Yes.
adopting before we started
Okay.
the camp to those conditions
Right.
with your so movement pattern
Yeah.
is the job of a support staff is to plan. And the planning was
Yes.
up till how are we going to celebrate the victory after the finals,
Yeah.
right? Even that 6 day was also planned.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
irrespective of whether we're winning or losing, that should not change. So we had planned that period also, saying that okay, how can we still keep them fresh? How can we still keep that energy going? How can we still keep that desire going? And how can we still keep that form going? So it was all planned, and that is when management decided that get them out of this environment so that when they come back, they're still raring to go.
Exactly. Fantastic. Fantastic. Lovely answer. So that's before wrapping up, one question that is not related to WPL, that is my questions basically. So I was going through the website of your academy. I saw a picture as we are talking about men's cricket of specifically Indian women's cricket. I just saw a picture of Mithali Raj visiting your academy once. So you just recall that moment when she came to your academy?
Sorry, I just missed your thing.
Yeah, no, I just went a picture where I saw that Mithali Raj, the former
Yeah,
England captain, visiting your academy. So can you recall that moment when she came? What did she did or something?
I've known Mithali Raj from her younger days.
Okay,
So it was not new. It is not that I was not aware of. I knew her from her younger days, and then I think it was 2 seasons before she was
mm,
retiring. So
okay,
that is when she had come here, and we worked on because everybody wants to get better. Everybody wants to keep doing well, be relevant. That is the reason, and we did work for a long period. I was lucky enough to have her here.
Yes, absolutely. And we all are, huge fan of Mithali Raj. So I just wanted to ask this question. That is
Yeah.
correct. Thank you so much for joining in. It's been a pleasure, fantastic answer. And if you love the video, please share, like, and subscribe the channel. And obviously, Sir will be seen for our sake. But Sir also, I just saw Sir is yesterday by Karnataka in Ranji Trophy. In Ranji Trophy, fantastic. Thank you for joining in. We'll meet you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
As a woman, it is important for you to know your blood type. In India, 5 to 10% women have a negative blood type, such as A negative, B negative, O negative, and AB negative. It's time to know more about your blood type. Consult your doctor today. A public health initiative by Bharat Serums and Vaccines Limited and Mankind Pharma Limited.